Welcome to Harley Designs
Yes.
live stream takeover.
I'm in there, baby.
Episode 72.
72. Oh, man.
72. It seems like that should be some sort of milestone. I don't know why.
It should be, but it's not.
It's some sort of divisor.
It's nothing.
It's
hopefully everybody is able to hear us and see us. Check in. Let us know where you're watching from. And how many times you wished you were at Axial Fest last weekend. For me, it was every day. I said it at least once.
It was some good times. However, I'm having to chapstick a lot still.
Oh,
from the sun and wind and elevation.
Well, is it really that different for you? It's only a few thousand feet.
It's like a lot of 1,000 feet. I live at like 100 feet of elevation, and it's at like 7,200.
All right, well, that's usually, for me, when I go to Vegas, the chapped lip thing doesn't happen because I breathe through my nose. Just saying. Josh is a mouth breather. But the problem I get is that it feels like there's a box of Triscuits up there.
Yeah, it is very dry and dusty here. So you're on the trail, and at night you'd like get in the shower, and you're just like,
yeah,
some
black.
Serious buildup. Yeah, some serious buildup.
Stuff just comes out of you. When I went for the first time ever, and it was at the campground,
Cisco Grove.
Thank you. It was so dusty that year that I think I brought more.
Was it?
It was so dusty. I brought so much dirt home with me that I had enough for like a keepsake Ziploc bag. It was gross.
Yeah, that my ripper is the exact as it left, very dusty, dirty.
Yep.
I was just like, you know what? I had it by the door, and I was gonna like air hose it off. I'm just like, it'll be fine. I'll set up on the shelf for now. So.
Ugh. Oh yeah, it looks filthy.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty.
That's not how it. That's not how I would do it.
I do have a blank spot on the shelf here right now, as you can see.
You want to fill it? I've got some stuff for you.
Well, one left. One came in this weekend. Well, one left this weekend. One came home with me. Different times, not at the same event. Regardless,
hello, Seapart fire truck.
Regardless, mail time. I have something to show, and I haven't even told you what it is.
No, but you told me to be excited about it.
I don't know if that was the word, but yes.
No, you said something, so I'm going with excited.
Yeah.
Dave 4130 said, if these RC prices keep going up, we'll all be going to Injora Fest.
Oof. Well, we all know that wouldn't happen, because if everybody else was that, knockoffs would just go away. They didn't have anybody to copy. Then what?
That's true. That's true. Rich Trujillo is here.
How is he here?
He must be watching it on his phone.
I wonder if he's stealing his neighbor's Wi-Fi.
You're assuming an awful lot about his neighbors. You're assuming that, first of all, they have Wi-Fi. But actually, the second assumption is that he could easily break into their Wi-Fi because it's probably unprotected.
Right. Netgear 09.
Yeah. Admin 1234.
Yeah. Password. No.
Hey, Dave Zilla. Brazen Scale. Hello. Knee. Hi. You want to fill that? I got something for you. That's actually what he said. Hello. Wait, what's that about?
Checkered Pass says, is there a Bronco that is going there? There is not a Bronco here yet. I don't know what's up with that. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we all know Matt already got one.
Yeah, well, what? Yes.
What?
I do have one.
I have not got one yet. We'll see. We'll see if one shows up.
Bring a lot of spares to Injora Fest.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to hit Injora Fest, and then straight after that, Intigi Fest.
Right.
And then Viterra Fest, but I'll be the only one there. And I'm going to show up with it like an axial truck or something.
Injora Fest, Viterra Fest 2021 actually happens in 2016 because it's just that far behind.
Wow, zing. That's so good.
Sorry, Rich.
Red Cat's raising prices also, says Matthew Jorgensen. I mean, I'm not surprised. Everybody is going to be raising their prices. This should not come as a shock. I believe Josh and I have been talking about this for months.
I have been saying this for months. This is to happen.
Get ready.
If
you want to buy something for somebody, I'm not saying for me or for Josh, somebody you actually care about.
Do it soon.
It's a hobby thing. Get it now. Because I'm just putting it out there. There probably won't be a lot of stock come Christmas time.
That could be a very, very true story. Speaking of getting Matt and I, as we have discussed previously, we got those impulse boats and the Mad Vans.
Yes.
From a. Did he say we could say his name, right?
A mystery caller.
Mark.
Mark. Yes. Mark.
Mark. And I was at Axial Fest and I was on a trail, just driving. It's like, hey, I like the video. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for saying hi. He said his name, but his name isn't that like distinctive that to like not. And he's like, I hope you enjoy. And he said the boat. He's like, I hope you enjoy the boat. I was like, no, because I thought he was on the East Coast.
So did I.
So I didn't even think to expect. So it was awesome. I took a photo with him. I sent it to Matt. I was like, hey, look who I saw.
That's the guy. It's our benefactor.
I know. It's awesome.
It's Rich Uncle Skelton. It's the guy that keeps us in toys, which is great.
So
how many people called Checkered Past just asked me how many people called Josh Matt at Axial Fest 2021.
It does happen. Like, really like your videos, and I like what you and Josh both do. And
I'm Josh.
Like, oh, right. Sorry. I like what Josh does too.
He's all right. I mean, he's that scale stuff isn't for me. Matthew Jorgensen said my A-main card is full of back orders. Yeah.
Yep.
Small Factory said, are you saying prices are going to rise on old Bruiser chassis and associated junk to make those work? I think you'll be okay there, Tim. Oh, Trujillo said, see you guys, going to go read a book. All right, bye. Enjoy your
reading.
Know
why. I immediately assume, like, when someone says, like, oh, my internet's out, I just immediately picture them in a dark room because I imagine if the internet's out, there's just no power also. Everything just goes back in time to me. I'm just like, you can't do anything without the internet. Like, I don't even know. I forget that there's still power.
Once for Earth Day, I actually built stuff in here by candlelight. Just to do it. Like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Did Josh or Nicole get more autograph requests? Did you have any autograph requests?
I signed some things. I did.
Signed some things, like.
Give it a minute. I'll finish the rest of that.
And here's the bed for row. Hubba, hubba.
You are.
That was a Simpsons reference, which fits in perfectly with the theme for tonight because Richard Lutz, pardon my noob, Turks and Jerps. He goes by many names, but you're going to see his face in a little bit here. We're going to be talking tiny trucks tonight.
Yes, and I am going to moderate the amount of Simpsons that they can reference.
No. Yes. No. Stop talking. So I have a question for you. Do you remember who came up with #CompStance?
Me.
Was it you?
Pretty sure.
You think so?
I'm almost positive.
Should we go back and watch previous episodes to confirm who's making money off of #CompStance?
Someone find it. I'm pretty sure I brought it up.
You think so?
I think so. I think you acted it out with your freaking house slippers. I'm pretty sure I brought it up.
Yes. Well, good on you, because that's a fun hat. Did Nicole design that?
Nope. Nope. Somebody else did.
Did
But-
you design that?
No, I did not. But it also has Vanquish products.
Oh, ruined it with a Vanquish logo.
Ruined it. Will be on the website shortly.
$80 hat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm waiting for. There's a couple of hats coming. So
I
this
saw
one,
the patch one. I want
this
that
one and two more of those. Yes, two of those.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, so we are going to bring Richard on tonight. We also,
Yes.
like you said, we're going to bring him on earlier. Should we do mail call sooner rather than later?
Yeah, let's get mail call out of the way.
Okay.
There's a few things in here. 79 Ford Mustang. I haven't done anything more on the JT yet, but I will.
Speaking of
Stuff down
JTs,
that. Ugh.
was driving to work today in my JT.
So, yeah.
JT squared. JT in a JT. See what I went there? It's my initials.
I'll get it.
Anyway, driving to work, and I was imagining the design of a bed rack like you put on a JT. Thinking, driving the road, and in front of me, head-on collision.
Not with you.
No, not with me. The car immediately in front of me.
All right. Was it on the road? That is your work road.
It was not. It was on the road on the way to the road. That would be. So yeah, so it delayed me on my drive to the office as I stopped and then assisted.
Richard just chimed in. This show is boring. I'm going to bed. Can't disagree with you, Richard. This show is boring. All right, mail call. Let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Are you going first?
I should go first.
How many things do you have?
Well, I'll start with the only one that's not associated with the other things.
Okay, the hat is milled out of solid aluminum.
Yeah, the
It's
collector's
filled with
value is
brass.
going to go. This one is a box of things that was FedEx relabeled, and this took right at 3 weeks to arrive, but it's only a set of BFG crawlers that was supposed to come from California. Evidently was not available in California, so they shipped.
No,
it
they
from
don't have
North
them in California.
So they shipped from North Carolina.
Is that
And-
the other main warehouse?
Yeah, North Carolina, and they got lost in the FedEx and took 3 weeks.
Yikes.
Fun stuff.
Patrick, I've got a beginning brazing video on the channel. If you're looking for some tips on brazing for the first time, it's a good place to look.
Yes,
Josh probably has done a few of those as well.
I have as well, but I'm actually going to do another one here that I was actually working with somebody on tonight.
Oh, cool.
So-
Great. Awesome.
Because I'm going to teach somebody else how to fabrication
Cool.
in general, brazing.
Fab
fabrication.
101.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hit me. Oh. Wow.
I.
All right. Moving on. Cool. Sorry, I meant wow. Neat.
Yeah. No, I agree. I have no idea what to do with it. We're gonna see.
Is that from CEN?
Yeah. Did you know the CEN released a? God, that video still. That video,
That was the news that you.
Yeah.
It just had come out.
it came out
like,
the
5
morning
minutes
that the news
after
came
you
out.
did the news, right?
I'm like, yeah, I filmed it last.
Yeah, I don't do the news live. Although maybe you should, Josh. Maybe you should get up at 5 a.m. and do the news.
Yeah. And then
It
along
would
with
save you so much time if you could just figure out how to get all your graphics done so you could just hit a
Right.
button live.
along with it, they sent all of the upgrade parts they make for it.
That's a lot of stuff.
So I'm gonna bolt all that on,
Yep,
And
that's a good idea.
and then continue to see what. So I got an email from them. I was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really for me. I just don't. And he's just like, I'm gonna send it, check it out, send you the parts we got
Sure.
coming.
Yeah.
See what you think. I said, all right.
I'm not gonna lie. I also got an email from them. but I said, yeah, I'm open to a conversation. And then they never called me. So I feel like I think I might have gotten the better end of that deal.
My initial promise was, I was like, I don't know if it's for me. I don't know that the videos, like, you don't have to do it. Just check it out. See if you like it.
All right.
Like, okay. I'm like, that is a commitment. Because otherwise I don't like to commit to them if I'm just like at the outset, like, I don't think that this is going to be for me. But I can already say that I approve because they sent the spiky lug nuts.
Oh, fancy.
Yes.
That's pretty neat.
So they're trying to win me over with spiky lug nuts.
If only they had sent you some subs.
Ooh. That video was awesome. You're welcome. You wouldn't know because you're the type to whittle things out of wood on Earth Day. God.
SFL said, guess Matt was the backup. I have a feeling, and I'm just putting it out there, that I was probably like the 5th or 6th person they emailed. Because I'm pretty sure that Haley's got that truck also now.
Oh, really? I really have.
And I bet you
idea.
Josh was number 2 or 3.
Right. So we'll see.
Tim said, if it were me, I'd send that back.
Oh my God. Yeah, the comments in here. Oh my God, what did you do? Send with a VFD. And I think the axle's centered. I don't think that will work. Make it go 73, Oni says.
Or, well, the real record's 104.
104.
Okay. Is it my turn now?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Gunnar Nissen, thanks for the $4.99. Sorry I'm late. I had a couple of cows out. New jerky flavor coming. Escaped. Tastes like freedom, but doesn't last. Does he have cows?
That sounds plausible.
All right, everybody, you've been waiting for it. Here it is.
There is the Bronco.
Wow. It's
large.
Boy.
Yes,
it's thick boy.
It is large.
Sure. I'm sure everyone has seen the Instagram post where I put it up against the JL on straight axles with 90 mil shocks instead of the 100s that are on this. But it's big. I did the math. It's 1/7.4.
1/7.4 scale.
Yeah.
Because early Broncos, not that big.
No, definitely not this big. You will need a 9-inch man if you want to put a driver in this. Difficult to come by. You'll need a 9-inch man. I quit. Doors open, molded seats, all that stuff. I've got a review video already shot and edited. I just need some time to go out and shoot some running video.
Someone says the body is horrendous. I think the body's fantastic.
No, the body is great. It's big.
The proportions are great. The styling is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
The details on the interior are fantastic. Like, I think it's one of their top bodies.
I actually say in the video, if it's not their best, it's very close to the best. I think it might be the best, though, honestly.
It could be. Like, it could top the Jeeps just because of the topless style with the cage and the depth of the interior. But because beyond that, the Jeeps are kind of spot on. The Jeeps are Gladiator's a little short in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, they're pretty spot on. This one,
there's some great upgrades on this too, by the way.
Yeah, metal panhard. Straight
for
axles.
One. Straight axles for another. These wheels are fantastic with the knockoff hubs, which are pretty slick. Like, there's a lot of nice bits and pieces on here. For the size of the body, though, just going to say that steering wheel is not big enough.
It is pretty small. That steering wheel is quite small.
Quite wee.
What?
I don't know, like, drive around like this.
Measure the diameter of that steering wheel.
Okay. You want it in real measurements or squares?
You can do it in squares because that's easy to convert. Is it one square?
It's about 1 and it looks like
Okay.
3/8.
Okay. That's not. So 1.375 times 7.
7.4.
That is a 10-inch steering wheel. That is a very great.
Yeah.
That is a racing steering wheel.
It's
Yeah.
a little aggressive.
Yeah, that is a racing wheel. That is for sure.
Yeah. Gringo Bandito, no, that is a metal panhard now. So
Yes.
they've replaced that piece because I think everybody broke it.
Right.
All right. So full review coming on that. I'm probably going to get out tomorrow. I was actually out at my favorite spot today for my mom's birthday. We had a little picnic and did a hike and everything and took the dog. So I thought it would be kind of bad form to bring some tiny trucks and go film them. Look after the dog.
I mean,
I'll be back in an hour.
You're more thoughtful than I am.
Okay. So, but there will be a full video on that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Artful Dodgers sent me another beautiful packaged product. But look at this nice stainless skid for the gatekeeper. Look at that. Very, very handsome. It's going to make that Funhaver look a lot better. I am going to Dremel this out, though. I'm going to Dremel a big section out of it for no reason.
Yeah, to give it some, just to give
use
it some area to grab. Yeah.
Just to use a Dremel more than anything.
Write your name on it.
Property of. So that's pretty cool. They also sent along some Scale Builders Guild badges.
Okay.
We don't need no stinking badges. And some more shock towers stuff for that. So pretty cool thing. All in their very awesome packaging.
Yes.
It's pretty nice. And then the really cool thing that came in this week, this is from the Scale Garage System or Scale Garage RC. Marcin is his name. They're from Poland.
Okay.
And what he sent me is a full metal bed conversion for the UMG 10.
Okay.
Which is very, I love Josh. Okay. All right. But what this is it's basically what Unimogs would have in real life. So this is like a conversion for that. So it all bolts right up to the chassis. You get a new bumper on the back. The tailgate opens. There's a wood bed in there. The shock towers poke through a little tiny bit, but we'll put something on top of that to fix that. And you can use the existing side fenders. So you get a nice, really great looking Unimog, which I think looks pretty sick. Josh. Anyway, there's portals on that Unimog, so it's
very Scale. It's
fully mogged.
I love Unimogs too. That
oh god,
all that wheelbase. Yeah,
this is a fun truck.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah, no, I love them. I just think about Unimogs all the time. Spend so much time thinking about them. I have hardly any time to build one.
Just take some appreciation for the amount of work that went into this. He's got all
now,
the ties.
That does look.
It's
and that's
really
all
nice.
metal.
Yep.
I'm more interested in the construction style. Did you paint it?
No, it came primed.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I am going to paint it, obviously. But I love it. I think it looks fantastic. I think once I don't
know why all of a sudden it reminds me of a cross. I don't know why.
Because it's a kind of a military farm truck. And Cross makes a lot of that weird stuff. So
true story.
True story. I'm going to go in and completely redo the cab, and we're going to kind of weather it out and make it look a lot more accurate. It's going to be a fun one for sure.
Now,
so thank you to Scale Garage.
The UMG is discontinued.
All right.
So finding the bodies can be a little difficult.
Well, doesn't matter. I've got one right here.
Oh, you have another one already. You're so on top of things.
I'm just going to paint this one on the outside.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I do.
Like I do.
Like I do.
Fine, whatever. Isogen, thank you, sir. Vanquish race buggy when? No. Nah.
2020 never.
2020 never. Yeah. Yeah. That's just not on
Wait, I don't even work there, and I'm saying it's never coming out.
Yeah. Well, you know, because there's only a handful of us there that design things. I say us, I don't mean me. I just like, nah, I don't like that. Change that. I just get to say that and then walk away while drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Like, what you working on there? Like, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Nah, do something different. I walk away, chase butterflies. So, but yeah, I don't think that's in the cards.
No, probably not. All right. Well, that was mail call. Is it time?
Yeah, let's. You do that part of it.
Want me to get him in here? Okay.
Since I don't know his address or anything.
That's true. All right. I'm calling him. Hopefully he answers. Maybe he did go to bed.
Oh, there's going to be so many good question opportunities.
I think this is going to be a good show.
Oh,
he's working there. Okay, hang on. Let's just get you on here. Where's?
You don't get to talk yet.
Don't talk yet.
Let's see if that
he wants to talk. Hang on. Active speaker. No, I don't want that. I want this.
I don't have any video for him yet, but
oh, he's a little stretched out there. We're making it happen, Richard. Stand by.
So, I don't have any video for either of you. That's helpful.
What you do?
We'll see how this goes. Use Zoom.
All
Zoom
right.
doesn't work as well for going into
Zoom's harder for
broadcasters.
this. Yeah, okay.
It works okay
I've
if you're
got
not
him
using a
up
broadcaster.
here. Richard, welcome to the show.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Let's make this quick.
We don't have a lot of time. It's got to be like close to your bedtime already.
Well past it.
Oh dear.
Do you have
Oh,
video
dear.
for Richard? Because I do not.
Yeah. You don't?
No.
Oh, it's working fine over here, which is great for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard, welcome to the show. If you are not familiar with who Richard is, he's the other half of the Scale Builders Guild admin squad, owning portion, controlling interest. He's also a fairly decent builder. He's built some pretty amazing stuff. And it's a real pleasure to have you on the show.
Well, thanks for finally having me.
Right. Yeah, my video's being weird on both of them for some reason, but
it's only been 72 episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only been a matter of time, really. You know, we had a lot of other really important people to get through.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Yeah,
on
can you fill me in on the past 71
Yeah.
episodes?
We both open packages.
Mostly just
Matt wears
stare.
weird shoes and drinks fermented fruit.
Okay,
Yep.
Nothing's changed.
basically exactly the same. So, Richard, tell people you've got an Instagram, which is fairly popular. What is that? It's at Turks and Jerps. Yeah.
Yeah, Turks and Jerps, one word.
Could you explain that?
Which part?
Well, either the Turks or the Jerps really doesn't.
Well, I think that started on the forum of us being goofy, and Jerp is Jeep, and then Turk is truck. I'm American. Everybody thinks I'm Canadian because I'm friends with one, but I assure you, I'm American.
He is extremely American. Because I know that because I've driven there to go see him.
Yeah, and I remember Richard came to the Vanquish shop before Axial Fest in 2018.
2018.
Yeah, and we all went out to lunch, and he's like, Like, yeah, I'm just only meat. I only eat meat. I don't eat anything that's green. I was like, that's the most American thing I've ever heard. Just
But that's changed a little. I grow things in the garden now.
oh, okay.
So I only eat green things I grow.
So, that's because you know the history on them.
Yeah.
You know where they
Less
came
chemicals.
from.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So, if you don't know, he's Richard is responsible for a lot of what I would consider some of the very best builds in this hobby. He's been time longer than I have, but you started this a long time ago, right? And it wasn't RC. What was your first sort of like experience with scratch building?
I started building model cars when I was little, but I got into model railroading for a while. I guess that's where like the modeling really took off. And yeah, I don't know. I mean,
like, just it only grows from there. I would imagine.
yeah.
One of my prized things is your model dumpster. Who would ever think that model dumpsters would be so fascinating? But they fascinated me immediately when you started building them.
Yeah, I'd love to build some more. I want to build one out of all metal sometime, but I don't really have time right now.
And you're fairly busy at your real job.
Unfortunately. And painting that stupid truck.
Yeah, I saw that post today with your CUCV with a roller.
Yeah, actually turned out really well.
It looked
super smooth.
It looked good in the video. But at the same time, I am well aware, me personally, of how much better things can look on the internet than in real life when it comes to paint. Because I've done some things that in my photos looked half decent, but
nothing you've ever done looks even close to half decent.
You put enough
Josh.
vignette on any photo and it can look pretty good. Artsy at least.
Yeah, but that CUCV is the basis for, you bought it because you wanted something cool and old, but it also became sort of like a reference for one of the projects you and I are working on too.
Yeah, that's why I bought it, so I could build a scale replica.
I mean, you've probably spent as many hours on that as you have sanding the small ones, so.
Yeah. It's turning out okay.
What did that CUCV cost you? The military surplus one that you bought, the actual drivable.
Well, since I'm in Ohio, anything older than 20 years old can get expensive.
Well, because they know what they have.
Yeah, I got it for under $5,000.
Oh man. I guess I'm still surprised at that expense. But
yeah,
is it just because anything in Ohio that is still surviving after 20 years is expensive? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of those trucks around, but they're all pretty rotten.
Yeah, I imagine that
I'm
when
sure
they
that
lived there
even
most of its life.
in their first life, they probably weren't treated very nicely by the people who drove them.
No, and I think I only got lucky because it didn't spend a lot of time in Ohio. It was like a southern truck, so it had a little bit of rust, so I've been fixing that.
I've got a question here from Stabby Josh. Question for Richard. When are you going to up your game by letting Josh teach you how to make an interior?
I'm available.
Well, I would love some direction on that because I kind of hate making interiors.
I agree. They're the worst part of any scale build.
But you see, they don't have to take that much time. You don't you can bang one out in no time and then just move on. And
yeah, I don't know if you know this, Richard, but Josh's favorite modeling medium is craft foam. And for his class 2 truck,
cheater's material.
Yeah, that's cheater material. I know. That's all he used. He used like a piece that he sort of put a loose curve into, and then
the wrong way.
Did you like
the dip was actually like behind the seat? It said it had to have depth. It didn't say where the depth had to be. And with my,
Yeah.
it was much easier to just roll it behind it than in front. So, and
Nobody cares, Josh. This isn't about you.
I'm going to start trying to get fancy with it, like you guys do with styrofoam. Start layering it and then shaping. And
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Don't.
I'm over that stuff.
Yeah, just 3D printed.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, 3D printing has changed our end of the hobby a fair bit, but you use, like, I mean, a lot of the basic techniques are still styrene that you use. Like anytime I've seen you, like even the truck that's behind you there, the camper is a lot of styrene.
Yeah,
isn't
which
it?
one?
Yes.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, it's all styrene. I could grab it.
Yeah, why don't you grab
Ravensdale,
that? I'd like
thank you,
to-
sir. Richard owes me money. I have ruined many perfectly good bodies because of how easy he made body mods look.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
not
don't show all my mistakes.
Right,
right. Exactly. All the photos. That
Is your Dremel
you show are
handy?
just the-
Is it always right by you,
Okay.
or? Okay.
So that's all styrene.
Yeah, so it's just your standard box, but then I vacuum formed the roof to make it light, and then I vacuum formed this little part too because I'm not good enough to make compound shapes. But it's really light. I actually reinforced it with MDF to keep it from warping because after time, they look good for like a month or two, but then they start warping and doing all that stuff. So I wanted this to be good. This will be a giveaway. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but it'll be going to a company and they're giving it away. That's all I'll say.
Nobody from that company is watching.
So,
Yeah, I'm sure of that.
is it for
So,
cruiser gear again? No. What?
Yeah, Cruiser Gear's giving away.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
what truck was that?
They finally figured it out.
You had said vacuum for me though. What are you making your bucks and such out of?
MDF,
Just-
medium density fiber.
That's
Westmade also uses that technique. A
Yeah,
fair bit.
it shapes easy
Yep.
and it's mildly carcinogenic.
perfect. All
Yeah.
of my favorite things.
Mildly.
The only way to have fun, really. So yeah, you're just shaping it and then filler and smoothing, or you just have a.
You don't even really need to use filler. It sands smooth enough for like a buck with just some like 220 or something, and then just pull your mold and good to
As
go.
if I'm going to get into,
Pretty quick.
as if I'm going to get into styrene work.
I love that you're asking questions like you're
Because it's
serious
about the
it. Like,
tool, and I was like, ooh, I'm interested in the tool, and then I was like, oh wait, but it's for styrene.
what size vacuum board are you
Yeah.
using?
And
Shut up, Josh. Nobody like
this is the.
you're not
listen,
fooling anybody.
I have to make both of you two interesting somehow. So you.
Hey, whoa,
Not gonna
whoa. Yeah, that's impossible. You know that. Richard, have you seen the movie Flying Cars?
Nope. What's it about?
Well,
Flying cars.
How can? How,
sort of. It's sort of about. It's sort
I
of
don't-
like.
I don't watch a lot of films.
Well, this one I wouldn't call a film. This is more of a movie, only in name only. It's about a man about our age
yeah,
who decides
maybe a
I
little,
wouldn't
maybe a
say-
little younger.
Hey,
He's probably
maybe a
a
little
little
younger,
than us.
Maybe in his late 20s, early
Mid
30s.
20s.
Okay, but he decides he needs a hobby, so he buys an RC8, which is like their big 8th scale electric buggy, and he proceeds to do everything wrong with it, and then he also falls in love with the girl who works at the hobby shop.
Who is of questionable
Okay.
age. They don't address it, but it's an underlying tone
Jeez.
of the film.
She might be in university. She might be.
Yeah,
in school.
it's not
Okay.
it's not really clear. Oni says the RC
but
version
I-
of Lolita.
I do suggest you watch it just so you can appreciate how bad it is.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
worth it.
I'd rather just rewatch some of my videos if I want to see that.
You do have a YouTube channel. Some pretty popular films on there. You do. I think it's because, like, for me, what I really love is that all of your stuff is filmed in your backyard.
Yeah.
But most people would never know that because Smiggin's Folly, the scale sort of RC park that you've constructed, is so well done.
It is. It's that. That's almost one of the most impressive things. Just how properly worn in the paths are. How the amount of and size of the rocks or gravel that is used and how appropriate it all pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's beyond impressive. It's one of those things that a lot of people ask, can I go? Can I drive my trucks there? The answer is firmly no.
Right.
It's my yard. You can't just come to my house.
I like that I can go and check, or go check any of the comments from the most recent posts, and it's all of them are about what tree is that? What tree did you? How did you prune that?
Or are they real?
Yeah, are they real?
They're real trees.
Yeah.
They're real small trees.
It's just a small tree. All trees start out small, and they grow big. But I try to keep them small just by hacking them every year. That's all. It's
one of those things that I always enjoy going and just see, because I find the joy in seeing other people who are likely have a little bit of that like phone shake on the other end too, when they always get the same question. And maybe that's just me, but every time it's just like.
It's sort of like the episode where I was trying to explain why I don't use a Dremel to cut up a body all the time.
And your shake was starting to actually come through the video. Like
it was coming
the camera was starting to vibrate for you.
How big would you say it is? Checkered Past was asking how big Smiggin's Folly is. Like, not in squares, but in a good actual measurement.
Well, now there's a second half. But the original play area, because there's a path and stuff around it, but it's about 250 square feet, the size of
that's pretty good size.
Medium bedroom. Yeah, so it's not really that big.
It's not very big, but what's great about it is that you can almost photograph from every angle and not see anything other than Smiggin's Folly.
Yeah,
and that's obviously by design.
Yeah, I did the screening trees around it. So with the new part, which I really haven't posted much about it, but like that retaining wall.
Yeah, I saw that retaining wall, that corner you built.
So like the back of the course is like 3 feet off the ground. So now that if I shoot upwards, the horizon is above like the neighbor's fence and stuff. So it can give a better angle looking up or looking down.
What kind of
that I don't have to bend over. And
what kind of relationship do you have with your neighbors?
The one on the closest side is cool. He's into Jerps and RC trucks, actually. So
because it could just so drastically change the perception of what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they moved in, the first thing he asked me goes, "Is that for RC cars?" And I'm like, "Yes, as a matter of fact, it is." So kind of hit it off right there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, well, I have an X-Max.
Yeah, so let's do this.
Let's party.
But Richard, don't you own an X-Max as well?
Yeah, it's my favorite RC like ever. I love it. It's so out of character, but nothing makes me smile more than just like going full like stupid with that thing.
Yes, and full stupid you've gone too. Remember East Coast Scale Challenge? Yeah. you were jumping it into the over one of the lips and into the woods.
Yeah.
And then we did a drag race for a while there with the X-Max versus the Yeti XL.
That seems like a race that would
it was
handily
nice
win.
Going to things. Well, yes.
Brent Hebner.
Or no, was it the UDR? I think we were racing the UDR versus.
That seems like a closer race. But Brent Hefner, thank you. In regards to the whole RC Lolita version, Lipo Lita, that's a good joke.
No, I don't know. I guess
the trees with a Dremel. Yes, I did. Sure.
That's so good. How many hours would you say you spend a week on that?
More than driving. Probably, I at least go out and pull weeds or spray weeds like once or twice a week. Yeah, maybe like an hour or two a week, and then seldom ever driving it. It's more just like a maintenance. But it's just like it's a gardening thing,
Yeah, exactly.
more than just like the peace in that. But it's nice to go out there in like a nice summer evening and just look at the moss and stuff.
Bask in the humidity and just.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough.
Yeah, it's sticky here too. Do you want to do some show and tell? Do you want to show off, let's say, the build you're most proud of?
Don't you own that? It's behind you, that orange thing.
You mean the 6x6? It's pretty great.
That in my opinion, that's probably some of my nicest body work.
To
there.
get those
like with
very straight lines,
the blending of the
straight.
two, because I had to widen. I had to like pie cut the rear of the cab to accommodate, because it's not like a straight line, so it was pretty clever. I'm happy with that.
It was very clever. I remember seeing it, and I think kudos to me for painting it well, but
Oh yeah, for hiding the mistakes.
there's hardly, like, in any of the reflections, you can barely see where they would have joined. It's a really spectacular job for a very ridiculously long truck. It's really great.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
And
pleased with
the
having
fact
this
that
in the collection for sure.
XJs were the choice of body to use for such a thing. Just now, one of my favorite trucks, though, of Richard's was an XJ. That teal one where you had like you had busted the window and had the plastic in there with like the appropriate duct tape size holding it in place.
Yeah, that's every $600 XJ in Northeast Ohio.
Right.
Like, I would see 10 of them every day.
Yep.
And that's what, like,
I know what I have.
But that
Yeah.
one turned out
Do you
so great.
do you still own that one?
no, I sold it to a fella in Canada, I think. And then I think he sold it. And I think it's gone around.
It eventually, like most of your creations, they'll end up at the bottom of a lake.
Well, like your drone.
It's right beside my drone.
Partying together.
That's why I sold the other one. I didn't want to deal with that ever again.
I do want to see the van.
Show
as
your
well.
other XJ.
Do I still have one? Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. Somebody want to buy this?
Yeah, this is a buy and sell
And
episode.
we can do auctions.
So if you see anything at Richards
We
that
should
you
do
like,
an auction.
we can do an auction. Yeah,
Huh.
that looks like a great XJ.
Something
It's
wrong.
Totally normal. Wait a second.
That's right. I forgot about that. The cab over challenge.
It actually works really well. It's nice short wheelbase. It's
It's like
pretty nice breakover.
what is that? It's like a 9-inch wheelbase.
8.5.
Its breakover angle is infinity because it can just roll right around the object.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Oh my God! Look at that drive shaft
Drive
angle.
line angle.
Ah,
engineering marvel here.
like it technically.
Don't want to put too much torque to
Oh
it.
my God!
Look at the shine on it, though. Like, the paint is incredible.
Oh my! Yeah, that paint is.
Wow.
Is that the like 2006 Jeep JK color?
2K. It's no, that's what was that called? Rescue green. This was Citroen Pearl. This was a XJ color for like 2 years maybe. I wanted to do the most offensive OEM color.
Chose wisely.
I think it's a great. Now I want to see the van above it. What is it? The
Jeep ambulance van.
that.
What was it? Piece came off here. Everything's in a state of broken. M678 or something. I can't remember what it was.
That was an
Yeah.
impressive one to watch
That thing
me
is
build.
so great.
Yeah, so this one's wood.
MDF, right? Or
Yeah.
full on? Yeah.
Yeah, MTF, the whole thing.
Lots of dremeling on that.
Yeah, a lot of grinding, a lot of sanding.
Yeah. Now, was that
Pretty
for
heavy.
was that for one of the build offs?
Was it?
I don't know. Was it?
Yeah,
I think maybe
yeah.
it started as one, but I don't know if you got it.
Oh, it was, I think. It was like a... Was it the military build-off?
Military, yeah, we did a
I was gonna say,
military
I was like,
build-off.
I feel like I
Right.
remember going and kind of watching that one come along in the on the forum for a build off. And there was a few of them
Yeah.
kind of going on. They're not of the same, but obviously a number of builds on the forum that I would go check in on, and that one was fun to watch.
You would go to our
I
forum?
wouldn't sign in. I didn't want anybody to know, but
Okay.
I'd pop in only for that. Just
Because
for
if
that
you
chat.
had, I would have. And I don't know if I would have, but Richard certainly would have banned it.
Yeah.
So.
Aussie RC Queen, thank you. Can you ask Richard, please, what is his YouTube channel called? Oh, it's pardon my
noob.
my noob, and it's N00B. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
it's so 00
Or-
instead of 00.
Or you just... you could just search Turks and Jerps. I think they title all.
There you go.
The
Turks
build-offs.
and Jerps.
Yeah.
Or Smiggin's Folly. That'd be a surefire way to find it.
Right, because there's literally no other Smiggin's Folly content on the internet. Because Smiggin's Folly, I we came up with that because there's a Smiggin's
Smiggin
Hole.
Hole.
Is it in?
Smiggin
Yeah,
Hole in
Australia.
Australia.
Oh, I thought it was on The
Yeah,
Simpsons.
right. It's a ski resort in Australia, and we were like, what if somebody bought it, but they bought it thinking it was a hole, and it wasn't. It was a mountain.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
became
Happy-
Smiggin's
You-
Folly.
He read the sign or whatever upside down. He thought it was a...
Your
Hole.
guys' conversations
It was actually a
are
mountain.
riveting.
Well, this is what we talk about when we get
And
together.
Aussie RC
Come
Queen,
up
she had a
with
second part of the
recipe
question.
stuff.
Will there be an SCX-10.3 interior sold separately? I do not believe so. I think we've talked about that with Rich before. I don't think that is going to happen.
No. It's not gonna
Oh,
happen.
got a couple of great questions here. Some people do want to see
Okay.
the Snubburban.
Stubburban?
Snub.
Yes.
Oh, talk about a segue.
Cool. Yeah, dirt.
Oh no, dirt on your new computer. Look at that thing. That is phenomenal. And I should mention that if you guys want to see these builds come together from start to finish, Richard does a great job of chronicling them on the Scale Builders Guild forum.
Yes,
So search him out there. A lot of them are in the guild's finest. So
it's because he's a moderator.
Exclusively posted. On
He just starts them there.
yes. No,
So
yeah,
this
he
is,
starts them in
yeah.
the guild's finest. He is an admin, so
This is
I
a
nominate myself.
BS410.
Yeah,
That I
ooh, a
ruined
Vanquish truck ruined.
good and
with
ruined.
what is it, 14-inch
I
wheelbase?
like it. I'm on board with that.
Extremely long rear.
Wait,
leg.
is this okay?
If you look really closely, he made them look like they're sleeved in PVC pipe.
Oh, the
Just like the
real
real
one
truck.
was painted
real
to
truck.
look like that, right?
Yeah.
And he,
Yeah, to troll
Right.
people.
yes. And
So I'm like, this is a perfect build to replicate because they have the same attitude that I do.
just there to
Yeah.
mess with people. Like,
Most of Richard's comments on anything I post on Instagram are a troll of some
Yeah,
variant.
and people take the bait.
They totally hook, line, and sinker every time. I like the decal on the hood too.
Yeah, you helped me with that.
Yeah, Turks not
Remember
Jerps.
that? Yeah.
You had
the
a cricket.
graphics.
I didn't have a cricket, but I had Illustrator, so I helped redesign the logo. And then I was like, you know what? I should get a cricket.
right? Like, why not?
Now we both have crickets.
They're
Paul's
great.
1816. Yes, this is the guy that did the Hunter Green Tacoma.
Yes.
And that color is called
Army green.
Army
Oh.
Green.
Very.
If it's
Or,
Jeep, it's called Sarge.
And I think in other markets, it's what do they call it? Military green, or
Right.
jungle green, or something
They're
like that.
very creative with their names.
Uh,
But some of the photos of that were pretty great. Like just be like a photo of it that looked extremely realistic, then just your hand on the tire. It's like if you're just swiping through it, people
made
just
its way around the internet.
yeah.
it sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots
How
of
much?
views on that.
Build me one. Where did you get it?
Right. It's always the
Like-
same three questions. How much? Where did you
How
get
fast
it?
does it go?
Can you build me one? Oh, well, I forgot about that one.
Yes.
Actually, somebody asked me about that when I had the boat behind me in one of my work streams, one of my work live streams, and they go, "Is that an RC boat?" I'm like, "Yes, it is." How fast is it?
Or give it to me.
Yeah. Give it to me is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I'm sure
lend
Richard
it.
gets that a lot more than Josh does.
I was
give
just
that to me.
answering a YouTube
only
question. It
but-
was lend it to me.
Lent it to me. Yeah.
Lend it.
I
I said okay, and they say when. No punctuation,
When.
just when. Today.
Moose Jaw wants to know what best build to follow Richard on the forum on building a body from scratch.
I'm not really that good at that.
You've done some good scratch build bodies though.
Uh,
The Austin is probably a good example of that. The Gypsy.
yeah. Yeah.
which that was one with the weird
more of
inset
like a-
grill. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It's like a discount Land Rover.
Yes, that's exactly how I always kind of think of it when I see the photos. You posted a video of that not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first time driving it in like 5 years or something. But yeah, this is fully scratch built, and like the stuff opens and has under hood detail, which is another thing I kind of hate. Like I don't like to do that. I don't like lights. I don't like engine bays. I don't really like interiors that much. I just like building the body.
Okay. You know what? That's why some of them have the dark windows. You know what? I can appreciate that.
Sometimes you just got to fog them windows and pretend.
Yeah, I'm onto
Yep.
it. I'm into that.
Throw some inner fenders into it so they can't see in from the underside, and then just tint or fog the windows. That's it. NATO green. That's what it's called in other markets. NATO green.
Yes, that
NATO
suburban,
Nice.
suburban or whatever. Reckless Wrench Garage. Yeah, that was the one that it was modeled after.
Yeah. Those French. Yep.
Very, very similar. Very, very.
So, Richard's got a pretty unhealthy love of Toyotas. You've owned a lot of real size Toyotas, but what's your favorite Toyota model of all time? Just to annoy Josh.
If he says the FJ Cruiser, I'm going to be pissed.
I don't know. It depends on like just looks or capability, but I think the FJ55 is beautiful.
FJ50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to drive one every day, you know. I don't know, 70 series Land Cruiser of any year. Probably an older one.
Where does the Yaris rank? Is it like a couple of notches below or several?
I mean, fuel economy, I guess it'd be good.
I mean, on the practical side of things.
Yeah.
If you hate interiors, there's not a lot in there to hate.
No.
So, I'm just saying. Might give that one a shot. Do you still have yours, Matt?
My which?
Your Yaris?
No, I sold that. That's gone now.
Okay.
I think
That's
you have a Yaris.
Yeah, I put together the Tamiya M06.
Oh.
Years.
Not in real life.
No, oh God, no.
Same.
Robbie Bobster wants to know. He says, "I see no Lexan there. Do you still hang out with Matt now that he has a vast Lexan collection?" Now listen.
I dog on him frequently.
There's
for
a
it, and he
bomber in
says,
the background.
No more Lexan.
There is a bomber in the background, so there's a little bit of Lexan there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and windows.
look,
only the windows are like sand and things. But
if you look behind me and don't look here, don't look over here. That's all styrene. Those are all hard bodies, except for that and that and that and that and over there. Don't look over there.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes. Most of these are styrene builds.
now the vehicle from the country that no longer exists, was that vacuum
Yes.
formed ABS?
It's vacuum formed ABS, so I think we'll count that as a hard body.
Which
Ish.
I tried saying that before, and you scoffed at me. But
I don't know if I'd classify it as a hard body because
Well, it's a harder body. How about that?
yeah, exactly.
And you can glue stuff to it. Well, I mean, bond stuff to it pretty easily. So, yeah. I mean, take it from me. Zagreb. Yep.
What's it in age?
What did it age? I'm so happy with the fly on the front. I'm pretty chuffed about that.
That did come out pretty well. There was actually a fly file you were able to download.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
No. And then I put some axial, these are Hilux yellow lenses on the front there to really.
Now, just going back into history a little bit. Matt, was it one of your creations that got Richard kind of like started and going in the scale world?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh, was it one of mine? It was one of mine. That's right.
Oh,
I thought it was yours, but it was mine.
Which one was inspiration for Richard?
The X Trail.
Oh, that was my first scale truck.
Was that your chassis?
Thank
Is that
you.
why you're like,
Yes,
ugh.
you're right. I think you...
So why don't you like flat rail chassis?
Because they were cool in 2007. Now
So was
they're
I.
lazy. It's like building. It's like if you still build all
they're
of your
lazy.
scale trucks on Tamiya high lift chassis.
Well,
Those are great chassis.
that was Matt's first foray. Tundra.
It was. Yeah,
So
Tundra. That was my first real like scale build, and
you're
I
welcome,
was so disappointed.
RC community. I would just.
Oh, here's a question. Here's a good one that I forgot. Somebody asked, how do you stay motivated to
Yeah.
forget where it was, but I'm not motivated to finish projects. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, motivation is in short supply right now.
Yeah,
It seems
no.
like there's always something that I need to finish that isn't finished.
Exactly. Do you keep a lot of projects rolling at once, Richard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably like 5 or 6.
Okay, that's a healthy number. I feel like mine is,
Or unhealthy,
Yeah.
depending on how you
I
look
think
at
mine
it.
is unhealthy, but
And I mean, they'll sit on the shelf for a year. I don't know if that
That's
counts as
reasonable.
like
The staring
work
hours
done.
are high.
Staring hours
Like,
are
you
real.
do a lot of what I do, where you just sit here and
Organizing.
stare. Yeah, brain organizing too.
yeah.
clean,
Oof.
sit down.
And sometimes
clean
it's
off the
just
bench.
like I'm doing it right now. You just kind of cycle the suspension a little bit, and you just stare at it.
I spend a lot of time in
Go.
CAD for unnecessary things.
And you go, how am I going to make that thing work with the steam engine?
Now,
Richard, what's your weirdest?
that's
like,
exactly where I was going
thing.
too.
Yeah, have you done it? You've done some weird stuff. I
Not
mean,
just weird
obviously
body
the
choices.
stubby.
But I guess that the cab over XJ kind of fits in that. But I guess very highly illogically modified vehicles would count.
I don't know. I really haven't done any weird things. I've done some uncommon things, but can
I mean,
you guys think of anything like unusual? I haven't done tank tracks or anything.
I'm thinking of a
or steam engines
two-story
or,
outhouse.
a computer.
The 2-story outhouse is pretty
Oh
weird.
yeah,
I'll still consider that a build.
That counts.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
built
the snow gets deep here, so you know, you can get to the first floor.
What about, like, it's not weird, but it's so painfully accurate. Remember the XJ you did on the TRX4 chassis with the straight axle conversion?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the black monster.
The giant,
yeah.
the giant stinger and the monster stickers.
I do like to do some trolling. And the Punisher JK I did.
I don't remember that one.
Well,
it was a black
it,
JK. Yeah, black JK, just like super cringy Punisher, like macho stuff all over it, and just like big ball crawler wheels.
Oh,
it had the wheels on it that you want for your JT.
I'm listening.
Yeah, equivalent to like 22s.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. I like
exactly
it.
what he
I
wants.
Like it. Let's see.
That ended up in Australia, actually.
Reasonable. How many dumpsters
Which
have
is
you
funny
built?
because, you know, how many what?
Dumpsters.
How many dumpsters have you built?
Less than 10.
Oh, then I feel even better.
Still a lot.
That's a lot of dumpsters.
Probably,
I agree.
I'm just saying that's probably
I
8
got
more than most.
5 on the shelf, and then the little dumpster cart, and then a couple small ones like Josh's, and then built Matt.
Oh, the big one that I've got.
Yeah, you've got like the 10-yard dumpster.
Yeah. I love that thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It holds all my brass.
Your
There's
brass.
a good question here from Moose Job. Yeah, all the Vanquish brass I have now. I'm comping hard next year. I'm going flat rail chassis. I'm going Lexan. Well, actually, I'm going to go hard body because obviously I need to ruin it in some way.
Right.
I'm coming for you,
Okay,
Josh.
I'm in.
All right. What was I going to say? Oh, Moose Jaw had a question. What build, Richard, have you started and then said, never mind?
Oh well, I got 3 of them right there. Okay, this one's a good one.
Are you going to show the Commando?
The Commando. No.
Okay.
Long before RC4 Drive had 40 series body, I started making a styrene one. I think I used the Tamiya Lexan as a reference because it was kind of close to 1/9 scale. So I started this maybe 10 years ago.
Oh my god!
And I've never gotten any further, but I can't.
I mean, you did a pretty good start.
Yeah,
it's pretty spectacular.
So, yeah, that one I may finish it someday because the other one is kind of too large and
you should hold on to it just in case. I agree.
Well, yeah, it didn't cost me anything.
If they need a reference to make it right, they know who to call.
You know what? That is at the top of their list of things for most of their products. Like, you know what? We should really go
4-wheel drive. You know what? This isn't accurate enough. Let's try again.
they've never been good enough.
Another one.
That's a
years in the making.
That's a Dodge.
I at least finished.
Is that a Dodge?
First gen body.
Yeah, Power Ram.
Right?
Yeah, like a W150 or whatever. I'm not too well versed on Dodge stuff, so don't attack me.
No,
Mopar or no car?
Mopar square body, you know it. And then there's the cab, which is a disaster.
Like most Dodges of that era. So
yeah,
it's always the truck that I pick whenever I'm like mocking the body release comments, because anytime anybody is released, like, why don't you make a Dodge Ram? Like, why don't you make the 1994 Dodge Ram?
We need more Dodge Dakotas. It's always whatever it is.
Exactly.
It's like people have been demanding,
and it's always the
first gen Dakotas. Like, no, they haven't.
And it's always the
maybe 2 people.
It's like there's 3 of you that would buy that first gen Nissan Xterra body. You're saying would sell like hotcakes,
because they drive one.
Yeah, exactly.
And naturally,
Most
when you
important
drive
vehicle.
that vehicle, you see more of them on the road because it's all you're looking for.
It's like
right?
Grand Theft Auto.
It's a natural thing in your head. Yeah. Drive around in the thing that you want to see more of, you're going to see them all the time.
We do have a list at work of cars that should be destroyed after 7 years, because every one that you see after that has, well, and this is specific to California, has turned into some sort of unlicensed mobile home of sorts, or has turned into some sort of scrap collecting vehicle. A lot of them are Dodge Dakotas. Like Dodge Dakotas or Dodge Durangos seem to turn into those pretty quickly around here.
Durangos, eh? People are living in Durangos.
First gen Durangos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
The Chevy Trailblazer has really started to populate this area, and they're very busted.
Yeah.
They're all blown up, like, because like in California, you don't get to see the extreme
No.
rust.
Oh.
I mean, you're from the Midwest.
Yes.
But up here in the Rust Belt, although
the
Salt Belt, I guess.
there's only one thing that can decay a car faster than the Salt Belt, and that is a high population of drug users, and they seem to.
Oh, well, we have that too.
Well,
so.
okay.
Yeah, they've got the best of both
Compounding
worlds there.
issues.
Yeah. So what is like the type of damage that the vehicles get out there?
It is oftentimes a lack of glass in the vehicle. Sometimes any glass. The number of vehicles I've seen driving down the road at a rate of speed with no windshield is just, and you can like.
That would only work for like 2 months.
Yeah, no, out here you're good for 9 at least. But it's coming at you, and
Maybe
you can
all of
just
them.
tell. You're just like, something's off, but you don't immediately notice it. And it's like right as they're coming up to you, you're just like, there was no windshield. Like,
yeah. I see a lot of no hood now. Like,
well, that's just
cars.
cool. Cletus kind of made that cool.
Yeah.
So like.
Oh, okay. So it's a imitation then of something that they've seen somewhere.
Right.
It's not for lack of a hood. It's just, this is cool now.
How is driving with no windshield even legal in California? Oh, it's not legal. Don't worry.
It's not
But
legal.
there's so many other problems going on that, like, that is just the least of law enforcement.
Nobody has license plates here anymore. Like, they just drive with no temporary tags, no registration at all.
Comment.
Like 2 years expired, they don't care.
Yeah.
I'm finding a lot
bother.
of unlicensed or not. They have the plates, but the stickers have expired like 2 years ago. And I know that there was this whole thing, and the government sort of said, okay, you don't have to go in and renew your things because of the thing that's going on. But there's been lots of opportunities. I just mailed mine and got it. Because
it's like
it's not hard.
$50 a year.
I'm California.
Do it online.
Well, it's a little bit more here too, but
yeah,
you can't get it if you've got any violations, parking violations too. So that's why I think most people aren't getting them. Is that it's like, well, I'm not paying $200 in parking tickets.
Unless you need insurance. I don't know about what state, but they may need insurance because nobody has that anymore either.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's turning into that movie, Josh, that you made me watch. Not Flying Cars, the idiot one.
Idiocracy, which
That's
is
the one.
Incredible.
It's not. Don't watch that one, Richard. Watch Flying Cars, but don't watch.
I've seen some of that.
Some of Idiocracy.
That's the documentary, right?
You were able to sit there and not just be drawn in and captivated to the point where you had to finish it.
Yeah, it must have been on TV or something. I don't like adverts.
That's. No,
I know that.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
That's kind of how we do this show.
On the advertising revenue.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. It's fine. You watch them on the YouTube. You have to. Oh no, wait. You have YouTube Premium.
Premium,
don't you?
worth it. Absolutely worth it.
How are you guys? You never see any of my ads.
No, but you still
Oh,
get
well,
the
it doesn't
revenue.
matter.
You get separate revenue for it.
Oh, different
Yeah.
revenue.
Haven't you seen
Okay.
that?
I
Yeah, it's
don't
in your
know.
analytics. It's right in there.
I'm not in this for the money, Josh.
Loser.
I just,
If I,
you
if I can get my views up, I can get revenue too. But
yeah, the
a
damn
long way to go.
they made the rules on that much harder for just getting started.
Yeah.
or people that have
well,
like.
I
Richard's
had
got
it, and
500,000 views on one of his videos, and it's still impossible for him.
I might have 1 million by now.
It
But,
might.
Wow.
yeah, I used to get a little revenue, but yeah, they redid the.
Yep.
I don't get the watch time because I only do 6 videos a year. So.
That can
And
do
they're
it.
like 2 minutes long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You should talk about things in the news. Like,
Or just set up a camera while you're building and just live stream them.
yeah.
People love watching that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not like Josh. I'm not in it for the money. It's not like I do this. It's like some people are only doing it because they're getting paid. This episode not brought to you by. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard. What's next on the list? What's what's your Halo sort of build? What would the thing be that you would build if time was not a factor and money wasn't a factor? What would you build?
I don't know. Finish my Cuckbee. I'd like to do that.
Yes,
So we can have our proper build off. But
that would be cool.
I don't know. I have a West-made Commando.
Oh,
I'd like to
you picked
do.
that. You got one of those.
Yeah.
That will be cool.
So, yeah. I just
Do you
gotta figure
have
out
it?
what I want. Yeah. Where is it? It's up here.
What made you go with green for the walls?
Not sure because the rest of the house, everything's gray. So I wanted a bright color. My last RC room was yellow,
Simpsons.
basically. So I wanted a bright color, but everything else is,
That's the
creative
first
or
time
something.
I think we've mentioned the Simpsons too. And if any eagle-eyed viewer out there knows that's not a Jurassic Park T-shirt Richard is wearing,
Billy and the Clone.
that's Billy and the Clonosaurus, which
Yeah,
is
here-
You referenced Simpsons
Skinner-
with your car back there, but
yeah. I did start making a Canyon Arrow Phantom.
Oh, you did?
And yeah, I started one. So this is pretty awesome. Wes is a lot better at vacuum forming than I am, and he's mighty quick too.
he is quick with
Yes,
it.
he is.
Just him
He
posting.
builds incredibly fast, like quality. I don't know how, and like his 3D printing, it's just insane.
Yeah,
He's so quick.
he's a very talented builder.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty impressive to watch him
And he's
post up
kind of
photos as
sneaky too.
process. It's done.
He's kind of sneaky because he's like, oh, I'm gonna build you an LS mail truck, and you can do a build on that. I was like, okay, that sounds amazing, cool. And he goes, yeah, but I don't think I want to do LS mail. And I was like, well, I mean, I could paint it like this, and I sent him a picture of like a Canadian postal jeep, and he was like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. You should do that. And then he sent it to me, and it was already done.
In
like-
like record time.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like an hour later the package showed.
Like it was already done. Like he predicted it.
He's a very smart, very cool guy.
Oh, yeah. The I'm just looking at comments as well. Yeah, Richard's thoughts on brazing. I mean, favorite brazing
Richard,
brazing
a lot of-
location.
Bed,
Yeah.
Bed, obviously, yeah.
carpet, washing machine. I don't know. It depends on, how far.
Depends
I
on how
wanna
much.
walk.
It depends on how much white background you need
Yeah.
for when you're
Yeah.
building it as a reflective surface for light.
I can use my bare feet as a third hand. Toenails uncut.
Photo opportunities await.
Uh,
Do you remember, Matt, you sent me a picture, I think it was from RC Crawler, of like the filthiest photo ever. I think I saved it somewhere on my computer.
Is the
but
guy laying on the bed in
it
camo with his deadbolt?
No, it was
Oof, no.
like the dirtiest carpeted floor I've ever seen in my life. And I
Yeah.
think there was like a plate with like nuggets or
Like food.
dipping sauce or something on it.
On the floor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like just a plate with like some food that he had just finished eating, but also working on the truck.
Did he just finish the food or?
Well, I mean, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But I think his feet were also in the photo, if I recall. Or a foot.
I think his old lady.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I often work on RCs and eat. And I have... There's been times when the two have crossed paths, but...
Yeah, but you're not brazing in the same room.
I was painting, though. I got some peanut butter in a paint job once. But I think it was the last time I painted a body. That was...
Send me a picture of that, and I'll send it to Richard, and we'll have a good chuckle.
Oh, God.
Any RC events on the horizon for you, Richard?
No events. No. I kind of enjoyed the time of no events. No obligations.
Yeah, it did give us some time to build.
I wish. But like, I mean, I miss seeing the people, but it's also nice to not have to go anywhere and spend money.
That's true. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I'll go someplace again, but I'm not a real social person, so it was kind of a blessing.
Huh.
And I'm really bad at comp driving, and I don't really like the pressure of building on a deadline.
These are all of the things that I thrive, like only things that I like thrive. Like I want to go to events and see people and drive on courses, and I have to have a deadline to get something done. And
So I'm a little bit from column A and a little bit from column B. I do like my alone time to build, for sure. Building to a deadline isn't always my favorite, but I do get it done. Like I had all my rigs ready for nationals last year, unlike somebody. And then sometimes the people thing can be overwhelming too, for sure. But I have a lot of friends in the California place that I would like to go to again, and I will definitely be comping again.
yeah.
And I know Richard he'll come around.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's fun. I like to test my, skills. To try to get a overweight, extra long wheelbase piece of junk to do things.
You were the first one I remember somebody putting leaf springs on a VS410 chassis. I was trying to ruin it immediately.
Yeah. I wanted to do the front, but you guys did not make it easy to do
Didn't
that.
you cut the back of the chassis off and you like right at the upper arch and then extend it with an axial rail?
Yeah, I did exactly that.
It's Axial Fest legal.
Yeah. Someone is asking, what is Richard's real job? Which I don't 100% know.
Alligator wrestler.
Okay. I knew it was something exciting. But, yeah.
It's a good choice. I mean, there's good money in it.
Yeah, times were tough for a while, but people are coming back out.
I don't really like people. Love alligators. Not a big fan of people.
No, I work at a cemetery, so that would explain the people thing.
Yes. No, but would you love alligators or would you hate them, Josh?
I don't know. I mean...
If you're wrestling them, I don't think it's because you love them.
I mean...
Because you want to take them down.
Well, I mean, maybe he loves them that much.
Yeah.
He wants to get close
like,
to them.
kind of like a Lenny situation. Just like, oh, God.
Sarcasm instructor. That's fun.
That is. I like that.
I do want to build a sarcasm detector from the sarcasm detector. That's a real useful invention.
I can't.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't, Josh. Well, I think, have we kept you long enough? Is it time for bed?
Yeah,
You got anything
I
else
reckon.
to share? Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for having me on. It wasn't so bad.
the whole people thing. I know.
That's what most people say. That's what most people say, Richard. Thanks for having me on. It wasn't so bad.
I hope you get a lot of views.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Advertisement money.
Just in spite.
It has been awesome having you on. Thank you for coming on. It's a real pleasure to have you, and to walk through some of your awesome builds with you is just so great. I do miss you, man. It's been a long time since we've had an opportunity to hang out. So, hoping by the fall.
Oh, that'd be great. We could do some cheating in our TJs.
So, that's where that came from. For people who don't know, Richard and I were at. Yay! There he is. He's in Smicken's Folly.
I forgot to do that. I was gonna show everybody Smicken's Folly, but took that tonight.
We were at.
What kind of tree is that?
Are those
real
full-size trees?
No.
How do you make them so small?
Oh, and a quick thing on that. They're not bonsai. I don't know anything about that. I think bonsai translates to like plant in container or something like that. And
yeah, those are not.
That's
bonsai.
like an art. That's an art form. I am not an artist. These are just poorly pruned trees planted in the ground, and a lot of them are dwarf, like dwarf
officially dwarf.
Yeah,
variety.
so they'll stay small. But a bonsai tree, if not maintained, I guess it would just go back into a regular tree,
or just become a tree.
It would become a tree, but
it would unshed all that wiring and just tree.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the wiring only stays on for a little bit. But...
Yes, at the beginning. Cheating in my TJ. Richard and I were at AOAA, which is Anthracite off-road and adventure area.
Anthracite outdoor adventure area.
Right.
AOAA.
Which
is lovely.
It's a great off-road park. I liked it better than Roush Creek.
Yeah, it's a little more trail ridey.
Yeah. Anyway, we were out there and we were in the middle of one of the trails, and we come up to sort of a fork in the road, and I think was he leading the group?
I think that was a really tight trail.
It was super tight. It was like you had to turn your mirrors in. It was very, very tight. And we come up to this sort of junction, I guess, and he gets out and we're all sort of like just standing around, and he's like, yeah, I'm just leading my friends through here. They're in their JKs.
Yeah, they like JKUs and stuff.
He goes, I'm just here cheating in my TJ.
Little stinker.
I laugh for days. There's been some really like classic moments that have come out of some of our travels. The other good one was in California.
Fest
Fest. Donner. We were up at Donner
Summit,
looking around, just checking it all out, and there was a cycling race going on. And they were like doing the whole loop through there, Josh, right? You know, like
up the big hill and then all the way. Yeah. Awful.
And we're coming up to the bridge, and there's a man there who's like waving a flag, and there's a bunch of pylons, and he's like waving it madly. And he's an older gentleman. We pull up and we slow down, and I roll the window down, and he looks at me and he goes, "What?"
He like motioned us to stop, and then we're like, "Yeah," and he goes, "What?" It wasn't even like, it was just a statement of what.
Not really a question, just like, no. What?
Have a nice day.
I don't know. Okay.
That's all then.
Did you want us to stop?
I feel like that's how this story just went, Matt. I feel like that's going to be my response, but
Be good to put that on a shirt. Just the word
what?
No reason. No question mark. All right. Thanks, Richard. It's been great. Good to see you again. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Let's see it, Richard. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
How do I get rid of you here? Maybe you just hang. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
I think he should just stick around and just every once in a while just give a real comment.
He's really great. I like hanging out with him a lot. He's probably like my first official kind of like imaginary friend.
Oh, your first like friend you made online before you like when it was kind of like that's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, like my wife was like, okay, now if you're gonna go down there, call me when you get there, and make sure. He's in the comments, right? What? Make sure that you get there okay, but like call me when you see him, and make sure it's all like legit. And I was like, I've been talking to this guy for like 2 years on the internet. I'm pretty sure if he was trying to catfish me, I would have already figured that out. So
I give this guy money every month. It's obviously fine. Like we know each other.
He's got a credit card. Okay. It's in my name, but it's fine.
I remember.
No,
I think
but yeah, he was like my first like, and Rebecca's always like, "You going to see your imaginary friend?" I'm like, he's real. Anyway.
Steve D, I love his dry humor. It's great. That's serious. Like,
yeah, I think he might just be being serious. Yeah.
He's a great motivational speaker. Yeah.
He really is a very talented man, though, and I owe a lot of my inspiration to his build style, and I've pretty much everything I know I learned from him. So,
I mean,
he was grooming you. That's great. Yes, and then Hemi Storm was also an imaginary friend. You were an imaginary friend.
Yeah,
never.
I mean,
not
right?
really.
You're
still not a friend.
First time you met me, just came right up.
A big fan of yours.
Big fan.
Big, huge fan. You're like from the internet, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
That is I'm guessing that maybe that's a little different now, but I don't know, because like that first time because when we were making friends on the internet, it was on forums.
Yeah.
Like I never met anyone on a chat room because I was too young for that to be a thing. Well,
okay.
Not probably.
I did. I met people on chat rooms.
Yeah, because you were old.
Ladies.
Oh, that's got to be our next week episode 73. We're going to say hello. Why don't you? And then just ASL. Just.
Oh, yeah.
Like, good old.
All the emoticons.
Yeah.
You would emote if you were using LRC or IRC? IRC.
ICQ?
And then there was also. No. IRC was the like a chat-based text thing, not ICQ. This was way before that.
Oh, I see.
Scott Norton, did you guys make friends in IRC rooms? See?
Never.
What was the other one? There was
Telnet.
Telnet was the other one that was pretty hot back then.
Were you just sitting there just reading the little ticker tape as it came out?
This was on a PC. Thank you very much. My 386DX had a Mathco processor. Pretty tight.
For some reason, I imagine you having that like still. It's still plugged in. You fire up candlelight and you fire that thing up. You reach around the back, hit that button, just pew. So, I grew up in the days of AOL or AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. That was the deal. That was the thing. But and I don't think I ever met anybody that anyway. So forums, that was like the first, like going to a event for the first time. My first one would have been like Crawlapalooza, and meeting all of these people like all at once. I'm like, Harley from RCC. Yeah, I'm Harley from RCC. Like, that's where nobody knew my actual name.
The first East Coast Scale Challenge, they asked us to put our screen names on a name tag. So people would go, oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then that would be it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm that guy. You're like, I don't get it. Oh, that's my screen name.
With two eights, oddly placed. Like, what?
Harley or Bird Reynolds?
Bird Reynolds was YouTube prior. That was after I was Harley already. But I was Harley 0706. That was my original user. Just like everybody who creates a username and they just like got some extra crap behind it.
Is that your birth year? Or you were like the 607th Harley on RCC?
No, it's a whole long...
It's a long, boring story that nobody needs to hear.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's probably some people who know that story from a real long time ago, but yeah, I'm not going to go there. But
I don't. So
no.
Really nobody else does either.
At Pirate 4x4 meetups, we all had to wear our username on our shirts. Yep, same thing.
I bet you there were a lot of punches thrown at those events too.
Oh, those would be those only happened at bars. Like Pirate 4, Pirate 4x4 was awesome.
Yeah.
So, yep.
And lots of good inspiration there.
Oh, I spent so much time on Pirate 4x4 for that type of stuff.
My first
methods.
chopped up, yeah, for sure. My first chopped up LC or Land Cruiser 80 series was from there. Remember the one that I did? It was all black, and they kind of made it a fastback. They chopped the whole rear off, sort of like Jelly Bean, but not.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like Jelly Bean, but I don't. Beyond that, I do not recall.
Okay.
So, was that another one of like the Loops bodies, or where'd you come up with an 80 series body before that?
It was the same one.
Was it? Oh,
they've been around forever.
Oh, what do you know?
At least 6 or 7 years.
That's not that long.
8 years. I don't know.
Just keep counting.
I've been on eBay all day trying to find a 9-inch driver for this Bronco.
Ah, see? That's what happens when you have these ridiculous things that you can think of, and then all of a sudden you're spending all day on eBay looking for tiny men dolls.
It looks stupid not with, like, it's, if it were an enclosed truck, you could get away with it. But when it's a caged, topless Bronco, you got to put a driver in there. It looks stupid otherwise.
Why don't you 3D print yourself one so they can look terrible like the rest of the 3D printed drivers I've seen?
No.
You know what?
I did find a Vinnie Barbarino from Welcome Back Cotter. Welcome Back Cotter.
Yeah. You should get a model and cut it and stretch it and then make your own cast of it and silicone mold your own dolls so you can pull them out of the mold and
here's your Bronco driver.
you could just be the ultimate weirdo, just molding your own men for your I can see you in there.
Custom men.
Sewing the clothes by candlelight.
Most people are saying, what do your searches look like when you're Googling 9-inch man?
That's what I'm. Are you going to hotmail.com?
The trick is to do it on eBay.
I feel like you're not safe.
Google.
I feel like your cookies are already you're done.
There's a 9-inch Harrison Ford on Amazon? From what movie?
Why does it matter?
Because
What is?
if
Oh
it's
my
Han-
god!
If it's Han Solo, it's going to look ridiculous in there.
Different than
That's-
a different. Not.
If it were Indiana Jones, you could take the hat off, and then it would just kind of look like a man. That's why I got this guy from the knockoff undiscovered video game for the Willies.
What size
because
is he?
He's just kind of like a man. No big deal. He doesn't like.
He just has leather shoulder holsters on.
Well, it's fine. It's not like he's like a stormtrooper. You can't like. I mean, you could. I'm not saying you couldn't, but you shouldn't. Don't put a stormtrooper in there.
You have this guy on every week.
Who said that? That's great.
Ron G.
That's amazing. Ron G, you're my new best friend.
So, what was
Unfettered. What's the name of that video game? Uncharted.
Uncharted. Unforgiven.
He's an unlicensed man, so it's like
Unmapped.
His real name is Drake, so it was like uncartographed or something. So,
how tall is that man that you?
That guy, he's 12 inches. Way too big. Way too big.
Oh my god.
Most people can't handle a guy that size.
Nick, Trusty, RC Cron, thank you. Kids today wouldn't last on pirate. That is
That is true.
Most men wouldn't.
Most regular people wouldn't last.
You had to understand that if you made a stupid comment, they were going to remind you of it.
They were going to kill you. Sure.
Yeah.
Travis Gilmore said has to have one of the big WWE muscle bound drivers.
What size are those people normally?
Those guys are like I think they're in the 6-inch category, and they're too small too.
Okay. Yeah. That's that. I remember when what was that terrible car? It was a Willys style Lexan one. It was terrible. Was it? Who made that?
Oh, G-Made.
It's the Sawback.
Sawback, yeah.
Yeah, that one. that thing came out, and people were putting those and it just looked like their feet were just still on the seat because it's almost like a 6 scale body. There's like, I remember Big Squid did like an article, and it was like a Halo guy. So it was. I mean, now I just made fun of you for being like, well, what movie is it from though? But like, this is like, it had like a full helmet on it. Like, it doesn't fit. Like the arms didn't touch.
Well, it's like RC 4-wheel drive's line of drivers. For I don't know what truck they made those guys for, because they're all like this tall.
Oh,
they're
are
like
they really?
4-inch men. I got them in the mail.
This is the worst episode ever. I remember I got those in the mail as well, and it was like Rick and Mike.
Rick, Mike, Cutter.
And I just remember reading the back of the boxes and being like,
didn't they have a story? They all had a little story with
and
them
it was
too.
kind of like if you would have read it in one of your wife's books, you would have been like, what are you reading? Like,
yeah.
But
Mike spends his spare time chopping lumber
and frolicking
in
in the
shirt up.
It said something about like he likes to go on escapades with Mike. And it was just like, escapades? Like,
yeah. And they were wildly out of scale for anything that RC 4-wheel drive made.
I never even
if you bought one and you're like, oh, cool, I'm going to put in the Land Cruiser 40 series, and then you get them, and he's like, no, not even close. That body is like, it's also like 7 scale. So you need a very large man.
So
anyway,
you're looking specifically for, I mean, I feel like you said 7.4 scale.
so he should be closer to like 10 inches actually. So when you
Which
do
is
the math, that's like 6 feet tall.
okay. So yeah, 72 divided by 7.4. Yeah. So, well, 9.7.
Yeah.
But
It's going to be hard to find.
the
Which
level
is
of
why
the level
somebody
of picky.
needs to make a new driver figure.
Yeah, you know what? I don't see that being a big that's like someone asking for that first Gen X Terra body. You should really make this 7.4 scale man. No.
Just yeah. Anyway, I got 15 of those in a mystery box and nothing else. Surprise. For a VS410 body, James Knight built that interior, didn't he?
Yes. Yes.
So he built that to fit a bruiser driver from Tamiya.
I did not know that.
Yep. I'm not surprised you didn't know that. This guy right here will fit perfectly in your VS410. He will sit absolutely perfectly in that seat because he was made for that seat. Well, the seat was made for him.
I learned something new.
And if I had my VS410 body here, I could show you that, but I don't. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. It's in the jelly bean.
Have you
Stand
thought
by.
about using a Dremel to make a man smaller?
Oh, stop. There he is. Perfect fit.
That does look quite appropriate.
Yep. He's a little tiny.
That kind of looks like the fawns in there.
It's not the Fonz.
It looks kind of like the Fonz.
It's Larry.
It's Larry. He goes on escapades with Mike and Rick.
He goes on escapades in his Escalade.
Escalade?
It's Escalade. Escalade.
Yeah.
Escalade.
What is the proper size 8th scale crawler? Proper size for a 8th scale. Just take the height in inches and divide it by 8. So if you want to find a proper 6-foot man, it would be 72 divided by 8. And that's how that works.
That's 9 ish,
Sure.
right? 9 exactly. What is it? I can't do math. Is it 72 divided by? Oh boy. By 9, 8.
Good work.
Get my calculator out.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were doing it with longhand with a pencil.
Well, I do have a lot of pencils handy.
9 plus 9 plus 9.
Math. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's true, Mike.
You're doing math.
Heavy RC found a 9.5-inch Thanos from the Avengers movies on Amazon for you.
Hi.
A nice giant purple man. Why not? It's not made of foam. Josh doesn't get it.
All right. What are you doing this week? What are you trying to accomplish this week? Are you back to crazy busy like me, or?
I turned down a job.
Wow.
Because I feel like it might have killed me, because this is a long weekend for me, and they wanted me to work over the long weekend again, and I'm sort of like, no.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm not working, which is good. So I'll probably put more effort into the Fun Haver, because I kind of want to wrap that up lickety split. I'm going to do this UMG 10 conversion thing here.
Yep.
I'm going to drive some trucks. I have got a review to finish for the Bronco.
Yep.
Pretty favorable. There's a couple of things I would have done differently.
A little tall.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert.
Obviously.
Who's going to be watching that now? Great.
Right.
I'd like to do some no prep. I think there's a no prep event on Saturday somewhere around here.
I don't know. There's one coming up here in Antioch as well. I think it's like $100 cash days.
Oh,
So yeah, I think winner could be $3 or $4 grand. So
we also have to wrap up the old
we do. So
RCP. Should really actually, that's one of the things I talked to you earlier in the week about talking about tonight. We need to come up with some solid benchmark challenges that we can do.
We do need to do that. We've got to install some games for our normal, and I think the gameplay itself obviously should come into some scoring, just because I will obviously destroy you on that.
Yeah, you're very good at video games.
I'm much gamer. So
you got all the RGB for it. So
exactly.
But yeah, we also need to do like some driving challenges with that too. So we should try to wrap that up.
We should look up, like we were saying, or someone had said before, the CDL testing and try and replicate as much as possible.
Maybe we pick 3 out of that.
Yes,
that library.
I think that is something about backing a trailer in.
Definitely that one.
Racing it.
How long of a sustained drift?
Yeah, 60 to 0 or 0 to 60 to 0. I think that's one of them.
Well, that'll never happen.
Oh, I just even trying to imagine getting one of these trucks up to full speed with that computer inside, and then trying to stop it because no trailer brakes. So it would just be an absolute disaster.
Pretzels.
So yeah.
Oh don't Blue Dooley wants me to remind you that you cannot call it a gaming PC in California because those are illegal in your state now. Yeah, power usage. They are illegal.
I call foul. My side panels. So
that's cool. So you're almost done. Are you gonna get this done by the weekend?
I don't know if by the weekend, because that's almost here, it feels like. But it's basically done. I have to put these on or get all this stuff attached, and then so.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up.
Is done. Yeah, I know.
I got to get this thing out of here because I got another PC I got to build.
Exactly.
I'm so excited about that one.
I'm excited, like you, to have the space made available again, because
there's also, I've got to sell something. I keep looking around going, no, I can't sell that. I can't sell that. Can't sell those.
I sold a thing, and then I've got a lot of stuff to gather to go sell next weekend.
Oh yeah, I've got that. It's coming up in first week of August, I think. There's a swap meet happening here, so I got bins of stuff.
That's exactly when that gaming PC law only applies to OEM built systems, not DIY built. Wait, is this an actual thing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. They're so power hungry that California is like outlawing them. The state. I don't even live there, and how do I know these things? Oh, because I pay attention to things.
I've just become numb to dumb laws in California. Like, mainly because I have to know so many of them because of things that they govern with our business, like a machine shop and having to do things every day. It's like, look at this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Alrighty then. Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. SC Spider-Man told me I could win the 0 to 60 to 0 challenge with any curb. I don't want to wreck it though. I mean, these things aren't going to go that fast.
No, we both put 55 turns in rather than the stock.
Yeah.
Stock
27 turn or whatever it was.
Right. So, but they are a 3-speed. We should,
top speed. I'm going to put the GNSS on it. We'll see how fast it goes.
Yeah, just bang shifting. First gear, back to second gear. No slowing down or stopping, like they say.
Nope.
Psh, just
get out of here,
as
Tamia.
they go. Telling you. So, yes, that's a plan for me as well.
SCX24 budget build. We got to get started on that too.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm waiting on you there.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. When do you want to start?
Wednesday.
All right, Wednesday it is. First episode next week, Wednesday. SCX24 budget build.
We could.
What's our budget?
Are we telling?
What's our? No. Let's talk about it after.
$800
per week.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is Josh and I are just going to buy multiple SCX24s and just start gluing them onto the other one.
It's actually, can you spend all this week's budget on SCX24 parts without double buying?
Yeah, it's Brewster's Millions, but it's for the Axial SCX24.
My wife said, the Olympics are on. What are you watching? Told her live stream takeover. You know, the Matt and Josh show. She said, oh. There's an exclamation mark. Oh. So, yeah. That's better. Maybe.
That's better than the Olympics?
Yeah. I mean, one's live. So.
They're both live.
It's hard to get live coverage because of the time difference.
Oh, right. That's true. You have to be up early.
Yeah, which not going to happen. No. But yeah, we should just jump into it.
Yeah, let's knock it out.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Yeah, that I think might as well. You were going to do a new intro for us.
Oh yes. I'm just going to take our existing intro for the budget builds and just time compress the whole thing so it just sounds faster. So it's
just make it smaller.
Yeah, it's only. Yeah,
I like it.
I've got a lot of good ideas. All right, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Yep, I only have one person to thank. Thank you, Gunnar Nissen.
Oh, Gunnar. Let me see. Isogen, thank you, sir. I missed one from Gunnar. Thank you, Gunnar. He said, yeah, I have cattle here. These jerks are my neighbors who needed some more room for them to roam and beat up a gate to get it open.
Burke Eschler, thanks for the $5. My wife said, the Olympics are on. What are you watching? I told her, live stream. Takeover? Oh, the Matt and Josh show. She said, oh.
Yes. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Burke.
Thank you, Burke.
Brent Hebner, thank you. Aussie RC Queen. Nick, Trustees RC, and Burke Eschler. What's up for Friday? I have things for Friday.
Question.
I have the world's tiniest functioning jack. Good build.
Oh boy.
I have a CEN with a buttload of parts that could go on it. I've got 2 Tamiya kits.
You got Tamiya kit wise. Oh shit. I forgot the other thing that came this week. I got my egress.
What is that? Is that an old RC?
Yes. Stand by.
Okay. I think I've got I don't think Gunner's here anymore. But I don't remember what I have out there. I think one's a lunchbox.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah. Oh,
that's the egress.
Looks like an old buggy.
Yep. This is the 2013 Riri. I'm so excited.
Perry G, if my wife buys me an Orlando Jack after the show, I'm coming after you. It does have the tiny screws again. And I feel like I'm not prepared for that again.
Scott Norton, they're doing the 45th anniversary Porsche.
Oh,
seriously?
Yeah.
Are they really going to do that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the WPL D12 is coming as a kit now.
Whoop-de-doo. Brian Harrison, thanks for the $10. Get the SCX24 C10 camper shell for the SCX24, eh?
Have you seen that? Or you think
no?
Is it making your brain Making your brain
I have
go.
not seen that.
It's from RC4 Drive, yes. Or is it from CC Hand, technically? I can't remember. Lunchbox and a Blackfoot is what I've got here.
Oh, cool.
Thank you. Did you sweat? So, yes, those are the two. What about the UC Fab upgrade? You have Tony. Yes, is here. That one also an option. That one's I've got to do some interior work on, which I think I have a plan that may not be all that difficult.
I'm hearing these words and I'm very nervous.
What? Interior. It's for a tube chassis though, so it's more of like making interior covers, like bomber style interiors, fit well and be proper.
Meh.
So exactly, you'll be. Did you find it yet? It was in the news, by the way. It was the cover of the news one week.
The Porsche?
No, the
camper shell?
Yeah.
I haven't found it yet.
Okay.
I sort of stopped looking for it.
Oh, okay. Now you're back onto the Porsche. I see.
Yeah. The important stuff.
No talk about the 128 scale drag cart. We didn't talk about that. I talked about it in the news for a minute. What did you think about that? Is that drag racing jumping the shark, or is it just the natural evolution of drag racing?
No, I think it's a novelty.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to catch on.
God
love him for trying, but I don't think that's.
I mean, it's the same thing with a body and some wheels. So
right.
those 28 scale things are just kind of.
Brian, thanks for the $10. Much appreciated.
What do you take into ASD? That's a great question. I haven't decided that.
While you're thinking about that, Stabby Josh, this is from Scale Garage System. If you go on Facebook and search that, you should find it. Scale Garage System. Here, I'll show you the logo. There you go.
Scale. Yeah, I think I've seen their Instagram.
Yeah, they've got some cool stuff.
Do you know what that costs?
Not off the top of my head, no.
No. I think it was pretty up there.
Is it? It is all handmade. So, yeah. I mean, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Some pretty high quality stuff.
And so, yes. Okay. Let's get
all right, let's wrap her up. Thanks, everybody. Much appreciated to Gunnar Nissen, Burke Eschler, and Brian Harrison.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. We will see you.
And Richard.
Next week
for coming on the show.
Episode 73. Yes, thank you, Richard.
And before that, you'll see SCX24 Budget Build Episode 1.
Yeah.
So get ready for that.
Let's do it.
Yes. Thanks, everyone. See you next week. You know what? Later. It's a long weekend. Maybe I'll do a live stream at some point, too.
You should. Do the Sunday one.
Yeah,
Such a good time slot.
I will. Yeah, perfect. Maybe see you Sunday, guys.
Do it. All right. Later, everybody.
Bye. Love you. Bye.